lives or ending of life of 5 students who were students in, I can't remember what part of Nigeria they was, and um, they were they were one of those ones where they wanted to be rappers and stuff like that. They had ambition, and because one of them lent money to somebody to produce a record or something. Anyway, the place where the guy go where he lent the money, the guy was always going missing. It's in an area where I think stuff happens in the area. So what happened is that how he kept going there, and in that area they are very suspicious of strange young boys because of what there's been crimes in the area, hours in the area, all sorts of things. So these young boys kept going there to go. Like one boy, he wanted his money. He was like very ambitious. Like he wanted to be a rapper. He was like known in student union and stuff like that. They all had kind of happy lives in the college where they was. Now, the saddest thing about this movie, it just shows you how easy a person, even I mean, easy. Well, let me say easy. It shows how easy a person can set you up, and it can end bad for you. And also because I've watched Daniel True Crime said that how he was a student around that time when the Aluu Four got lynched in I forgot what part of Africa, what part of Nigeria it was. And he said that how at the time, right, he said at the time, um, no justice came of it or nothing, but he remembers being around at that time, being there, and he said that how the lady who wrote the story, who not wrote the story, what took the story and turned it into a movie, um, she told a little bit of truth because it wasn't right in the movie is seen as a jealousy thing, why they are, you know, beaten up, basically jungle justice, basically. And he said that how right, it's not so. It's not like that wasn't true. They happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time, and they got mistaken identity because of what was happening in the area, in that particular area at the time. So basically, the movie shows the whole build up to what happened to the boys, which is really quite sad. Um, at the beginning, right, you see the student and he's all drenched in blood and all that stuff, and he turns around, but you don't see what's going on, and then they replay it back. So the movie replays back what happened before the students got killed. And on top of that, the the movie shows how the other students reacted after they found out what happened to their fellow students. Then it shows the mother, and they really didn't have a chance. To me, I will say in real life they didn't have a chance. Just this, they didn't have a chance. It was just like one of those where they were rushed. They were rushed by the whole community. The whole community, mind you, they're like not, I think 17 and I think 18 somewhat. Um, and I'm gonna put up a little bit of the story when I find the story. I'm gonna put it up because I think the bit what I got is not enough because um the main fact was like they show that they was kept there. They was told that they was gonna be free when in fact they was gonna be killed and stuff like that. And it just shows you how easy the person or whoever can set you up. I mean, but according to Daniel, he said that how there wasn't that it wasn't an organized it wasn't an organized um guerrilla militia that came after the boys. It wasn't organized. So in the movie, in that part, it's not real. But he said, he said that how the rest, some parts, like he said, some parts of the movie has some truths. And I'm gonna find Daniel's thing because I think he spoke about it. And you know, like I said, this is why people don't mess with Africa in certain ways because this is the justice is very deadly in some areas of Africa. Now, if you remember a couple of years ago when Kenya was going through their political thing, something was done on the TV screen, which I remember watching, where they put the tire on the person and I think they set it afire, I think. Now, this is the same thing what happened to these young men. After the brutality, they set them afire. Now, at the end, they explained and they said that how four of the men got arrested and they never did find wisdom to persecute wisdom, which is the one that the boy will kept going to that area to see in the first place to try and get back his money. They never found wisdom. And I think there was only in that movie there was only one person kind of trying to stop it, even though when they asked him, "Do you know the boys?" He said no. The boys was brutally, I'll say brutally. I know it was worse, worse than how they portrayed it in the movie. Um, the students came out to try to get justice. They got moved from the campus, which was nearer to that village, or yeah, nearer to the village. So these real life movie is, when you really look into it, because like I listen to a lot of I watch a lot of stuff from Nigeria, and there is a lot of little bit of injustices on certain stuff. When it's real life movies and they show it and they portray it, you take a step back, you think about it, because that's how easy a person can get set up. And if this movie shows how five boys got set up, their whole life got taken away. They didn't even have a chance to do nothing. They didn't have a chance to live. One of them had a girlfriend. There was supposed to be part of the student union amateurs conference, right? And they didn't even get a chance to do that. And it's very sad. But I'm gonna try and see if I can find a picture of them, the real life ones at least, so that hopefully there's real life pictures of them somewhere. Um, but it's sad. I have told all my friends to go watch it. Um, in spite of what's going on in the UK right now with the little girl. But just shows you in it. So I just thought I'd just come and put my review on this because obviously, right, when you're in Europe and you don't know the total history of it, but it's always good to I'm gonna find out more about it anyway. You know what I mean? But it is a good movie. I was literally like, wow, I was shouting at the screen because of what was going on. It was sad, very sad. The tears of a mother, the tears of a father, the girlfriend, everything. Yeah, please go take a look at Dark October. I don't know whether Hood Therapy is going to talk about it. I think I told Hood Therapy, I tagged Hood Therapy to it. But, this is a conversation because cultural stuff is deep. Traditions are deep. When something happens in a village, I was told about the kangaroo courts that is held in Africa. I was told about them. So when you see it, okay, even though it's not in its real form, but it's nearest to it, it's just very sad because the whole community or the chiefs, because the gorilla guy goes to the chiefs, and you know, and he asks them, "What are you doing here? What are you doing in the village?" And like, who do you know? By this time, the boys are pleading for their lives. Then the chiefs turn around. The head chief says, do with them as you please," which could be anything, but at this point. So yeah. So but I think that's the nearest to account to it as they get. I know they can't show the whole entirety of it because it has to be palatable for other people to watch. I know it was a lot worse than what it looked at, right? The actors was very good. The acting was very good. They are trying, Nollywood is trying to bring forward real life situations, very real life situation, not just making up stuff or whatever, even though they don't, but I'm just saying. So yeah, please take a look at Dark October. It's one of those ones where you just like, wow, you think to yourself, wow, you run away to another country or something and you get caught up in stuff, and who knows, like I said, and that's why I always talk to these ones who's in certain parts of the Africas. You have to be careful. I mean, fair enough, right? That's their country people. Now, if that's their country people, what would they do to you? But anyways, I'm not going to speculate or put out false statements on the country because I know Nigeria is going through a lot of stuff. So, but they are producing great movies at the same time. So good on them. Um, but please take a look at Dark October. And with that said, as I said, like this is gonna be short, sharp, and short. And I'll see you on the next live. Take care. Bye.